Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you're doing great. I hope you had a wonderful New Year. I don't know if you're like me, but you made an assumption that 2021 was going to be better than 2020, because how couldn't it be better than 2020? And then we got to January 6th and realized that we shouldn't make assumptions. I'm in one of my favorite spots in Southern California on my paddleboard, and I make sure I set aside time to get out here every week just to catch my breath, just to refresh, just to escape. We've been under months and months of a global pandemic. We had the events of January 6th in the Capitol. The U.S. hit record number daily deaths because of COVID-19. Millions and millions of people have lost their jobs. So many people are struggling now. So what do you do? How do you catch your breath? How do you escape? And God never calls us to escape, but He also helps us understand and realize that the best way to catch our breath is to live closest to Him, is to live in a way that would be pleasing to Him. Actually ends up being the most pleasing way for us to live our lives as well. One of my favorite books of the Bible is Hebrews. And one of the chapters I love to study is Hebrews chapter 11, which talks about faith. And in that chapter it says, it is impossible to please God without faith. So basically, if you just flip that verse around, it helps us see that the way that we please God, without a shadow of a doubt, is by faith. Not just having faith in Him, not just believing in Him, but actually allowing our faith to be seen in actions. And I hope in 2021, even if it is worse than 2020, and in some ways, on a personal note, I'm sure for certain people, it will be worse. It doesn't change the fact that the way to escape it all, the way to rise above it all, the way to see God develop in us a resilience and a resolve and a faith that can carry us through 2021 and the rest of our lives, is to remember that one of the things that pleases God the most is faith. And at least for me in my life, I am happiest when the people I love are happiest, when my family is happiest, when my friends are happiest, when my community is happiest, even when I help a stranger and it seems to bring so much happiness to them. It makes me happy. So one of the ways to find joy in the midst of such trial and difficulties is to find ways to live by faith, because we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, based on the foundational truths of God's Word, that the thing that will please God always is when we live and walk by faith. And that's my hope and prayer for all of us in 2021. I hope and encourage you to spend more time in God's Word, to go deeper with Him, to look at our own lives and not come out of these past months that we've gone through the same, but to see how we can impact the world, how we could live differently, and how we could please God more with the life that He's given us. Because without faith, it's impossible to please God. God bless.